Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. A lot of things have taken place in Rivers State today that's causing a lot of reaction on social media, but the Rivers police have decided to clarify issues. And of course, one of the strong members, a Riverian, have decided to wade into the Wike Fubara case and is telling the president to tread carefully. In fact, this is what he has to say. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Let's start exactly with what transpired in Rivers State today that is making Rivers Police to come quickly and react to it. Now, according to the news, the Rivers State Police Command has firmly dismissed rumors of a violent altercation between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and security operatives loyal to former Governor Wike at the government house in Port Harcourt. Now, according to the news, the police issued a statement today categorically stating that the reports of such an incident are unfounded and a deliberate attempt to incite fear and unrest within the state. Now, the statement signed by SP Grace Inegi Koko, the police public relations officer, emphasized that we can confirm that there was no such incident and this narrative is a deliberate fabrication aimed at inciting fear, confusion, and unrest within Rivers State. It is also clarified that there have been no report of armed confrontations or casualties involving Nigerian military personnel within Rivers State. Now, additionally, the police reiterated that Governor Fubara has neither imposed a curfew nor called for any takeover of security operatives by militant groups. The police assured the public that they, along with other law enforcement agencies, are in full control of security in the region. Now, sources within Government House further confirmed that Governor Fubara left in convoy with all security operatives to attend church service and subsequently participated in his deputy's birthday celebration. There is no sign of any crisis between the governor and the security operative, the source stated. Now, last week, there was also false claims that Governor Fubara ordered shutdown of NNPC and oil company operations in response to withheld local government allocations, which the government has since denied. Of course, let's find out exactly what Professor Benjamin Okaba said and his warning. Now, according to the news, the president of the Ijaw National Congress, INC, Professor Benjamin Okaba, claimed that a recent decision by a federal high court in Abuja, which ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to halt federal funding to Rivers State is unconstitutional. Report has it that during the Ijaw Women Connect, that's IWC, 10th anniversary celebration that is in Warri, that took place in Warri, Delta State, Professor Okaba called the ruling a judicial rascality and a basic misuse of federalism. He voiced his concern about the alleged oppression and injustice that Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is facing and warned that if abuses go unchecked, there could be dire repercussions. He said, and I quote, "Mr. Chairman of this occasion, permit me again to use this auspicious occasion to advise the Tinubu-led federal government to be very cautious in managing the crisis in Rivers State. We feel obliged to warn again and again that if the injustice, oppression, and abuse of power perpetrated against the governor of Rivers State continues unchecked, the consequences might be very grievous." Professor Okaba compared the court's decision to an attempt to deny Rivers State its legitimate resources, calling it provocative and unacceptable. He exhorted the members of INC, including Ijaw Women Connect, to support the state's leadership and fight for justice. Now, Professor Okaba added that he was confident that this recent ruling will be overturned because a similar attempt to withhold funds from Lagos State was reversed in a Supreme Court ruling that happened 20 years ago. He also urged the federal government. Quite a lot has been said, but if you listen to the narrative that was being debunked by the Rivers Police Command, you would agree with me that those are the imaginations and the thought patterns of an average Nigerian watching keenly, and even Rivera watching keenly, if the situations and the positions were turned, and it is not someone like Fubara that is there, but someone who is as high-handed as even his predecessor. I don't think anything short of what they just debunked won't have taken. One would expect, of course, that with this debunking, it clearly sets the pace to understand and to make Nigerians out there to understand the fact that there is no such rancor. Don't forget that Rivers State is a very sensitive state. It's a state that brings quite a lot of funding for the country. And yes, all eyes are really on that particular state, because if anything untoward happens to Rivers State, even the way we'll pay back our loans, the ones we've taken, will be quite very difficult. Nigerians as a whole depend strongly in oil, and Rivers State bring quite a chunk. And for any reason, you deny the people who have the oil from accessing their oil simply because they decide to share the resources to others. It's only commonsensical, without even mentioning that is the next line of action if the governor is not matured in handling the situation. You can't be telling me that which is mine, that I'm sharing willingly to others. Others will not think and they say I should not have a taste of it simply because of whatever. If there's anything that you even want to punish me with, you shouldn't punish me with what I own, legitimately, legally, and naturally. So it's only normal for Nigerians to think towards that. And the police is saying, look, don't go there, we're handling it, because any unusual thing whatsoever could escalate. Don't forget that there's hunger in the land. Now, that's aside. And that's the same thing that Professor Okaba is literally trying to say. Look, whatever it is you're doing, that Fubara has been receiving this thing back to back, federal might here and there, and it looks as if the government is not listening, or probably they are pretending not to see what is happening. That if eventually the real owners of the land decide to react to the fact that they're being marginalized, being oppressed, that it will have trickle-down effect on all Nigerians. And if you ask me, it's not far from the truth. But I believe very strongly that there's some, underground, consultation going on right now, because Fubara looked unfast, he looks unperturbed. He still believes that come what may, the red pen is still in his hands, and he does not need to resort to that to get what rightfully belongs to him. He still believes strongly in the judiciary, and he still believes strongly also that the Supreme Court, based on the evidences before them, is going to upturn the situation. There's something similar situation happened 20 years ago in Lagos State, of which even the sitting president enjoyed such benefit of that ruling during its reign and time as the governor of Lagos State. And he believes, even though it wasn't even as weighty as it is right now, they believe that the Supreme Court will do more than justice to it. While Professor Okaba calls it judicial rascality. Don't forget, just fairly recently, with what happened with minors in court, many judges who have been true to their words, who have not equivocated, literally condemn that. It doesn't even paint Nigeria in the best of light. And I trust that even the CGN, the AGF quickly, although if you ask me, he reacted a little bit too late. He would have even done it long before he flooded the whole internet over it. But then he has decided that matter would, not be seen in court. I wonder how all of a sudden minors are now facing criminal, and even not just facing that, also being imprisoned in the same prison with adult criminals, which may not even all go well. But then again, I hope that this matter will be resolved amicably. That's why we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? Do have a nice time. God bless you. Bye.